Alright, Budget Magic, Mono Green Elves in Modern. We'll play first, and only one land, but we do have an Arbor Elf, two Arbor Elves, which helps. So land Arbor Elf. If we just draw land and get to start playing Lords, that would be nice. Stomping Ground, untapped. Ancient Stirrings. Is this a odd Tron build? It is Tron with Stomping Ground. Budget Tron must be. Well, I guess since we drew a Lord, we might as well play it. If we can get enough Lords stacked up, then we're not worried about Pyroclasm. We are worried about Pyroclasm right this exact turn. Oh, this is Eldrazi? Sylvan Scrying for another Eldrazi temple. Well, I guess we keep stacking up the Lords for now. Get out of Pyroclasm range and pass the turn. Of course, Stomping Ground is a forest. If funny enough, if they were playing Grove of the Burn Willows, we wouldn't be forest walking on them. So they're kind of close to being dead. They're at 15, and we have 9 unblockable elf power and a handful of elves. So they're going to need something pretty good. Warping Whale isn't very relevant. I guess it can make them a mana. They have Thought Knot. Yep, there's Thought Knot. So I get to take something from our hand. Gotta be a creature. Maybe Elvish Visionary, I guess. Or maybe the Arbor Elves. So one of the Mana Dorks, because we can play both next turn. Now they go with the card draw. Alright, so let's attack with everything. Land and War Elves. Arbor Elves. Forest. Go. Alright, opponent, can you kill us here? Or wrath the board somehow. And they can't. Alright. Whew. Oh, we got there on that one. Eldrazi, eh? We don't have much. I mean, I guess we can bring in Wrap with Vigor. And I guess we can probably go down Nylea's Presence just because they are already playing forests. And use Wrap with Vigor to protect ourselves. Try it like that. Alright. Well, this hand puts the opponent to the test. They're on the play, which helps, but we got Mana Dork theoretically into Lord, and maybe another Lord. Ancient Stirrings. There's Kozilek's Return. Good to be aware of. Now, land, Mystic, go. We might have to not just run things out there. They're going to Lightning Bolt the Mystic. Well, Elvish Visionary, go. Archdruid that we can't cast. We got power, but we can't play anything right now. Matter Reshaper, sure. Well, Elvish Visionary. Draw a forest, land, and Land of War Elves. We kind of need to get in a spot where we can play 2 Lords in one turn. I wonder if they're going to just Kozilek's Return here. If they do, then we get to start playing lands. Man, Wrap with Vigor would be such a blowout, potentially. Okay, they just go with Thought Knot. They get to take something. Takes an Archdruid. Well, let's just Azuri, Forest, go. This puts our opponent under some pressure because we can regenerate with Azuri 2 of our creatures. But also puts them under pressure because if they let us untap with Azuri, then we blank their Kozilek's Return altogether. So they're probably forced to fire it off, even though they're just going to get Azuri and one other creature. And then we get to untap and maybe double Lord. Oh, they play the Stomping Ground, untap, down to 17, and pass. Interesting. Well, let's Archdruid and do some attacking. Or do we stay back on defense? Problem is we would die to a lightning bolt if we don't block. But we want to put our opponent under pressure. Yeah, we better stay on D one more turn. Go ahead, opponent. What do you got? They go with Kozilek's Return. So we get to regenerate and regenerate. Matter Reshaper reveals a Kessig Wolf Run. They have multiple Kozilek's Returns. If they have 2 Kozilek's Return, then we're dead. Oh, well, that's a bummer. Yeah, I don't know if we can get back from double Kozilek's Return. Basically, we Elvis champion, pass the turn. Yeah, we're just dead. Oh, we had it set to survive 1, 2. Yeah, run it back. Wrap with Vigor. Seems like it can be game winning, this matchup. And we're on the play, which is nice. Hopefully. Ugh. Can we keep this? Arbor Elf into Elite if we don't draw land. Arbor Elf into Arbor Elf. I think we gotta ship this one. Similar, but we get to Scry. Elvish Mystic to the bottom. We really want to draw land. And we gotta hope our opponent doesn't have a bolt. If they have a bolt, we're in really dead shape. Ancient Stirrings for Eldrazi Temple. Well, now we're really rooting for land. Land for Lord. Alright. Untap. Elvish Archdruid. Pass the turn. Bolts. And Copperline Gorge. Oh my goodness. And Bolt. Well, Elvish Visionary. Draw a card. A Lord we can't cast. Opponent passes. Dwayne's Elite. Still doesn't really help us from a Kozilek's Return. Get in for 1. Jeez, our opponent just has mono removal. Ancient Stirrings gets a Reality Smasher. And oh my god! Well, I don't think our opponent could have drawn it up any better than that. That's exactly what they're hoping for. Gets in for 5. We do not draw land, so we land where elves go. When the Eldrazi deck just randomly draws multiple Eldrazi temples, goes well for him. Who would have thought that having multiple ancient tombs would be good? And Worldbreaker, that does it.